people, but each to their own, I kind of liked what I did. Some people played golf, I did that. So that's the way I saw it. I never really got into that pop style, that kind of someone psychology thing. I never really got into that. So I always, gravity is an amazing thing. I'm very down to earth and very grounded. So I just kind of do studio projects. I do my own projects, maybe for some advert or in a small scale. I designed my own record company as well, which was a small scale department of a company, of a corporate company, for advertisement, because I've kind of passed all that other stage. But I've kind of been on the skirts of that world. If you how can I explain? If you go to a bar, there's people in the bar, regardless of who they are. So a household name. How can I explain it? A Hoover is a household name. It's not a plug or anything, but a person or an advertising is a product, and we live in that world. It's 2013. Everything is a product. What can we sell? It's business, but certain projects I may do for advertising, and I'll do some good little things off camera and maybe on camera to people who like what I do. Thanks very much. If you do it in moderation, yes, but for me to give advice, it's difficult, each to their own. People who want to dedicate their life to a certain thing, but for me to have done, become a songwriter and write all that material and to do studio recording costs money, that's the business side of it, and I had to design a little budget for my little project. And for people who want to do it, you can do it for fun, but to do it for a very long time is can take up a lot of time and a lot of finances, and there's many things that people can do on computers that are equivalent. So I think very, very seriously before going into I'm going to be very honest, I think very, very seriously before going into a subject matter like music especially, or thing. It's like a sport. They'll do repetition every day, so it's a very serious decision. Like I say, I did art and music, so I was kind of in all that. I have that little creative department that I do, so maybe use some projects for advertising or something. That's a song called Born to Win, so I just wanted to record that. To people who liked what I do, thanks very much. As a positive note, I'm a very positive person, very positive energy. I just like to say I wish everyone happiness, never give up and stay positive. Anything is possible, anything is possible. I set out to be a musician. I was kind of in that world because my guardians so it was kind of around me, so I kind of took to it, and that's kind of why it kind of carried on from there. It was like a natural progression, but whatever you do in life, I'm very anti-violence. Anything that's positive I really like. Non-contact sports like tennis, snooker, because they're non-competitive, sitting watching a snooker game for 4 hours isn't, each to their own, but things like tennis and swimming, and I really like swimming actually. I think it's really brilliant for the body and the muscles, and really healthy sport. I really like swimming, that's the thing, but I like the non-contact sports. I'm very anti-violence and anti-negative. Be positive in whatever you do and every happiness. Never give up. Never give up. And work a little bit each day on what you're doing, and you never know. So you now have the internet and YouTube and all these things, so reality TV, you can have your say and opinion, you're entitled to it. But I think if you have a positive attitude and good positive energy, you can achieve so much. And also, don't lose your cool. Never lose your cool. Remain ice cool. The little tips, no matter what anyone says or does to you. Mahatma Gandhi, a famous person from India who is a very peaceful person, there's a lovely quote, and it's called, "An eye for an eye will make the whole world blind." And he is correct. It says, "An eye for an eye will make the whole world blind." I just want to show something. There's 2 minutes remaining. I set out as a classical musician. I was trained as a classical pianist and a classical guitarist and all that as a kid and stuff, and then I left it and went back to it. But I saw this when I was a kid. I wrote a song called Envision, which is on another DVD. I saw this. Can you see that? That is the music, the sheet music of Imagine by John Lennon, who was in... This is 1971. That is a masterpiece. That is a piece of genius. You know, I'll have to get permission off the... what is it? Leno... no, it's... I think it's Oko Music now. All rights reserved, international copyright secured, copyright 1971. That's 1971. That Imagine. I saw the Imagine documentary when I was a kid. When I saw that, I went and bought a new... I'd already played guitar a little bit, but when I saw that, I went and got a guitar. An assistant who I was living with, went and bought the guitar for me, and you know, I already had a guitar, but I bought a new guitar and I worked to become a songwriter. That inspired me. I was inspired by this for a song that I wrote called Envision. That is a masterpiece. I'm a classical musician. I can play Beethoven every day. That's a piece of genius. That song, Imagine, if ever you buy the recording of Imagine by John Lennon. He was in the band called the Beatles. It's not a plug. I don't need anyone's advertising. I have my own corporation. That's a masterpiece. That's a piece of genius. That inspired me for Envision. Well impressed. Yeah, I was really impressed with that. So that's a genius song. That's a piece of genius. So you see that? So there's a plug for 2013. Still not many songs. There's still not a song that's going to match that. That's a piece of genius. So well done, and to their organisation and corporation, we'll ask for permission, and well impressed. That's a piece of genius. That is a piece of genius. That's a brilliant song. It was the best song for the millennium. That's a piece of genius. That. So, and the music to it, everything. Yeah, love that. So that really inspired me. Thank you very much. This is Herbert Texan for ZXI, ZXI Corporation. Thank you very much. Every happy